If we end up convincing you by the end of this video and you give this film a chance, stick with it. It gets so much better towards the end, and that's really what you want. Remember, watch it till the end.
You're watching Movie Talk.
Ganchu!
I'm Jason.
And I'm Pierce. Welcome to our show.
So what film are we talking about, Pierce?
We are talking about Confession of Murder, or 내가 살인 범이다 in Korean. And it stars Jung Jae-young and Park Si-hoo. Jung Jae-young in this film plays Detective Hyung-gu. He was tracking a serial killer on a rainy night and he let him slip through his fingers. And then 17 years later, someone claiming to be the killer writes a tell-all novel. This novel is published after the statute of limitations have expired. It becomes a media sensation. And then this whole thing kind of starts to blow up. And the family members of the victims are furious and they are out to get him.
Why watch?
It's a rollicking serial killer thriller and action film, and it's kind of almost a comedy sometimes. It's also a light social commentary. If you're kind of interested in kind of like these kind of twisty, stylized, slightly exaggerated thriller novels, I think this would be really right up your alley.
Sure, and anyone that's seen The Villainous, which was invited to Cannes a few years ago, I think you'll like this film because it's from the same director, Jung Byung-gil.
Key scene number 1.
The opening scene. The detective, he's in this restaurant. It's a dark, gloomy night, and then suddenly the serial killer kind of crashing into the restaurant. I just love the way the glass breaks, the slow motion, the choreography, the cinematography. It's all wonderfully, expertly staged. And normally you kind of see these sequences later on in the film or a film's climax, but this is where it begins. It just throws you into it straight away.
You know, I'm not surprised at all that Jason likes the opening scene to Confession of Murder, because a lot of it is a blatant like a homage slash pastiche slash rip-off of Memories of Murder. There's the same shot where the killer is holding Jung Jae-young's face in that kind of close-up in the rain, which is the exact same shot of Song Kang-ho holding Park Hae-il's face in Memories of Murder. And then he's kind of aimlessly kind of shoots into the alley the same way that Song Kang-ho shoots into the tunnel. It's obviously an homage, but I think he picked up on that.
Key scene number 2.
There's this kind of outrageous set piece where you have the ambulance with the unconscious killer on a gurney inside, and they're being chased by his bodyguards and being chased by detective character Hyung-gu, and it just becomes completely outrageous. It's like action comedy where people are jumping up on cars and they're jumping from car to car, and there's the gurney, and it's all impressively staged as an action film, but it's also very, very silly. It's deliberately silly. I'm not saying that this is a criticism, and so it's that kind of tongue-in-cheek sort of action comedy styling.
But yeah, it's certainly a fun sequence, and it never really takes itself too seriously.
Key scene number 3.
This scene takes place in a TV studio. So we have the detective and Park Si-hoo's character kind of facing off in this kind of live TV broadcast. And then we have someone else calling in who says he's the killer. So that really kind of throws a spanner in the works.
There's already so much tension in the scene because you have this killer and you have the detective, and you have this whole aspect of this kind of public image in media, and it's already really, really interesting and chaotic and intense. And then that call comes in, which kind of just subverts our expectations completely. And at that point, we're not really sure where the film is going to go. And that's how the second half of the film keeps kind of rolling over itself like that, and it becomes really, really, really engaging.
Yeah, and it's connected to another scene, which
less said the better.
Yeah, which I want to mention it.
Trivia.
rain scenes in Korean films.
Well, just pick any Korean film and I'll give you a great rain scene. I love the way rain is photographed in a Korean film. It was always one of the things I loved stylistically about Korean films when I first watched them. These kind of, really kind of glistening big dollops of rain, and there's so much of it.
But I remember going to a Snowpiercer event with you, Pierce, actually, and Bong Joon-ho was there, and it was just complete. I mean, it was raining.
It was an outdoor event.
And Bong Joon-ho was just there, just like really kind of, you can see he was really content with all the rain coming down ferociously. But yeah, certainly rain is a common feature in many Korean films.
Pick any classic Korean thriller, and there's going to be so much of it. Whether it's Bong Joon-ho's films, Memories of Murder, Parasite, The Host, Mother, Kim Joon's stuff, A Bittersweet Life, Nowhere to Hide, Im Young-se's film we talked about last year. Always beautiful rain scenes. I adore a good rain scene. Confession of Murder has them in abundance.
Pop quiz. What's the title of the best-selling book?
Yes, it's the Korean title of the film, I Am the Murderer.
Where is Chae Hyung-goo's scar located on his face?
Because the last time there was a similar question, and it was the leg, right, in Peppermint Canyon. I got that wrong. I'm going to say left again.
Yeah, it's the left cheek.
How fast can Chae Hyung-goo run 100 meters?
It's not 10 seconds, but it's pretty close. It's like
11 or 12?
Maybe?
12.
최 반장님 소식적에는 100m를 12초까지 끊었다고 하시더라고요.
What's inscribed on the back of Chae Hyung-goo's watch?
I mean, it's something sentimental. Can you remember what it is?
I'm not gonna make a fool out of myself.
How many jumps are made by Lee Do-seok in the ambulance chase scene?
I don't know. I'm gonna say 4.
3. Am I right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
3, 2, 1, jump!
The action tin Confession of Murder is a serial killer thriller with twists and turns and tongue thermally in cheek.
From its audacious and riveting opening to its thrilling conclusion, Confession of Murder is armed with the necessary ingredients for a hard-boiled Korean thriller. I got there eventually. Okay, thanks for watching.
And if we've gotten you interested to watch the film, and I really hope you have, remember, watch it till the end. You can check out the film in the link that is in the description below this video. Confession of Murder. Ganchu!